The first time I came to Mission Grove it was an emotional experience, is the easiest way to put it. I had not been attending church at that time for 5+ years and had just been feeling a need to reestablish both my relationship with God and just start growing it, as well as finding community. And I wasn't sure exactly what was holding me back. But as soon as I came to Mission Grove, which was for the Welcome Sunday, it was overwhelming. I realized instantly that it was all of my baggage that was holding me behind. And I felt like it was such a safe place for me to grow. And I just wanted to emotionally go through it and just finally be able to accept my growth with Christ. My relationship for God has changed coming to Mission Grove from not only knowing who God was and that Christ was my Lord and Savior, which is the solid foundation that throughout my childhood and growing up I've had, but learning to actually trust in God. So one of the first sermon series that we went through was in Hebrews. And what I took from Hebrews was a very simple statement, and that is Christ is enough. And what that meant to me was I don't need anybody else. He is enough that I can trust in him. I don't need to trust in anyone else. I don't need to worry about proving myself to anyone else because he is enough. And that statement alone is really what gave me that strength to want to grow and want to just dive in and explore my relationship with him. So right after coming to Mission Grove, I decided to jump into what was called Disciples Making Disciples. And when I originally got into it, what I was trying to go for was education. I wanted to be able to confidently share my testimony. I wanted to be able to tell God's story and just grow in that confidence. And yes, it helped me on that education piece, but I expected that I would just be attending a normal class of here's all this information, take it and leave it. And what I learned from going to that class is that it's an everyday, every weekly holding people accountable, holding me accountable for sharing my story and learning tips and tricks to confidently share my faith with others. You know, when I originally started coming here, there were two things that I was looking for. I wanted to find a way to grow in my faith, but I was also looking for a way to connect with community. And that was something that I was not expecting to find just in a church. And that is exactly what I found through Mission Grove. Through my past, I've never found it easy to necessarily have a community of women to support me. And now I find myself going to Grove Gals on Thursday, loving it, wanting to come back, having a group of women that not only support me and encourage me through my faith, but also care about me and help me to really understand what it is like to have a community that is backing me. What God is currently teaching me in my faith is being able to rest and relax. I am someone who I come in gung-ho. I like to commit to everything. And really, I've been praying and meditating on the concept of the Sabbath, the concept of events coming to a completion and giving both that offering back to God, but also just that rewinding and both being able to relax and find strength in God to then decide what I'm going to do next. Lastly, I just really want to say thank you to Mission Grove and the staff, in particular, Wendy McKay and Holly. It was them that found a home for me, that allowed me to get involved. They had no idea who I was when I first came, but they not only embraced me, they put me in as part of it. And that's what I was looking for, was a place that I could just feel like I could belong and grow in. And if it wasn't for those two able to get me involved and just ready and eager to have someone to serve alongside with, I probably wouldn't have continued to come. So I encourage everybody who is wanting to not only find a place to spiritually grow, but also to find a place that's a community and a home and a place that you can grow with, to come to Mission Grove, because there is a spot for you. Somewhere, whether it's in the back or in front, there is a spot for you.